This is the afternoon weather briefing. This is for Thursday, the 27th of April. I'm James Spann. Alabama's weather at the moment, calm. We had some active storms earlier today on the Gulf Coast. Still the chance of a few scattered strong storms this evening, especially over northwest Alabama. And then some rain over the weekend, but the weekend will not be a washout. In fact, for a lot of you, Saturday should be a fairly decent day, unless you're near the Gulf Coast. So it's a complex pattern. That's what we expect this time of the year. This is the upper air look this afternoon. Got a pretty impressive shortwave west of the state that's trying to go negative tilt. And as that feature approaches, we'll probably see additional showers and storms beginning to form over the northern half of the state over the next few hours. But again, things are relatively quiet now. That's the visible satellite view across the southeastern states, and most of Alabama is overcast. And that's a good thing. That keeps the air stable. But you see the swirl in the clouds over extreme southeast Oklahoma and northeast Texas. That's that next wave that will bring the scattered storms this evening. But again, for most of Alabama, things are relatively quiet. Now, down in southeast Alabama, it's pouring rain. That was the composite about 222. Pouring rain at Enterprise, Ozark, Dothan, Troy. Heavier storms, again, coming into Panama City. They had some huge hail that came down at Panama City earlier today with a pretty impressive waterspout. But you can see for North Alabama, things are quiet. But again, we're expecting additional storms to form over the next few hours over the northwestern counties of the state, but they'll be scattered, not widespread like that. Temperatures again today way below average. Now, these are at 130, but it's only 59 for Aniana, 60 for Haleyville, 61 for Gadsden and Coleman. We should be near 80 this time of the year. And that cool air should prevent any major severe weather problems this evening. Even down in South Alabama, we have 60s for Montgomery, Mobile, and Dothan. We still have a severe thunderstorm watch for the Florida Panhandle and extreme southeast Alabama for the next couple of hours. And around the nation, things are relatively quiet. So this is the severe weather outlook for the rest of this evening and tonight. And we've got that slight risk, level 2 out of 5, over southeast Alabama. That's for the ongoing activity down around Dothan. And then we have a level 2 out of 5 risk over the northwestern corner of the state, and that's for any additional storms that form this evening. And again, they will be scattered, but with the cold air aloft, they might produce some small hail and gusty winds. This is the probabilistic outlook for tornadoes through tonight. And again, you see that green circle kind of clipping the northwestern corner of the state. That's a very low-end tornado threat. We just don't expect a tornado problem tonight for the state. Again, the additional storms that form may be producing some hail and gusty winds. Much more with modeling here in just a second. So this is tomorrow, Friday. We have an enhanced risk around Dallas-Fort Worth to the west, and then to the east, a fairly large marginal risk from Miami up into parts of West Virginia. And then on day 3, which is Saturday, we have a marginal risk near the Gulf Coast. And again, this runs through 7 a.m. Sunday, and that marginal risk is up to about Linden, Prattville, and Phoenix City. And more about the weekend situation as we go. Here's a look at the rain for the next 7 days. Rain amounts heaviest near the Gulf Coast. This does count the rain that came down there today. Amounts there around 3 inches, maybe 4 inches in spots between now and Thursday morning of next week. For the northern half of the state, rain amounts mostly between 1/2 and 1 inch. Model fans, here we go. This is the high-res HER, and this is valid this evening at 9 o'clock Central Time. And you can see those new storms forming over the northwestern part of the state. Nothing widespread. They're going to be scattered and fairly random. It's not going to rain everywhere tonight. And again, with the cold air aloft coming in, they might produce some small hail. This is the instability. And this might be a little aggressive because, goodness, it's going to take a while to get that up here, but the air might become somewhat unstable this evening. Thankfully, the shear values are less than impressive, and the STP values less than impressive. We just don't expect a tornado threat. But again, just keep in mind, scattered storms that form this evening over northwest Alabama might produce some small hail and gusty winds. And they should weaken after 9 or 10 o'clock. So this is tomorrow. Again, that lead wave is on by, a new trough back off to the west. And I think most of the day will be dry. There might be a lingering shower very early in the day over East Alabama, maybe 5, 6 o'clock. But for most of the state, the day will be dry. Morning clouds giving way to a partly sunny afternoon. The high will be in the 70s. Not a bad day. But many questions about Saturday. All right, so here's the deal. We have a surface low that's near Tallulah, Louisiana. A little over 1,000 millibars, and you can see potential for massive storms on the Gulf Coast. But let's go to high-resolution modeling. This tells a better story. So this is the high-res NAM, valid Saturday afternoon at 5 o'clock. And you can see it's got a massive storms, again, on the Gulf Coast. But for most of Alabama, it's dry. And I think most of Alabama will indeed have a dry day Saturday with a mixture of clouds and sunshine, and the high pretty close to 80. It'll be a warm day. But again, if you're in places like Mobile, Gulf Shores, Foley, Bay Minette, Atmore, Monroeville, Jackson, Saturday will be wet at times. So let's go to Sunday morning at 7 o'clock, and the surface low is pretty close to Birmingham, just under 1,000 millibars. And obviously we're going to see rain statewide Saturday night into Sunday morning. So statewide, a chance of rain again Saturday night, Sunday morning, and then by Sunday afternoon, that rain is exiting the state. So it sure looks like the rain will diminish by early Sunday afternoon. Sunday's high upper 60s, North Alabama, 70s for the southern counties of the state. And then on Monday, we're dry, and really next week looks really quiet. This is Monday, and here's Tuesday. Wednesday, high should be mostly in the 70s. A week from today, Thursday, May 4th, northwest flow aloft, and once again a dry air mass. So there's a chance we go through the entire week, Monday through Friday of next week, with no rain. Let's go out 10 days. This is Sunday, May 7th, trough over the eastern states, and once again, most of the state dry, evidence there could be some shower activity near the Gulf Coast. We'll check rain for Birmingham. This is coming off the GFS ensemble, the mean about 2 inches. Between now and the 14th of May, but there's a pretty big spread. That spread represents uncertainty. Here's a look at the numbers coming off the National Blend of Models, NBM. And you can see the model suggesting 81 for Birmingham on Saturday. And then back in the 70s for much of next week. And hot off the presses. Got the brand new 8 to 14-day guidance in the house. This is for May 5th through May 11th. And once again, we're in the blue. That means temperatures will likely be below average if this forecast happens to verify. Hey, let's roll some Pepsi Kid Cam video. Wow, what a crowd. Down in Chambers County today, Lafayette, this is the big crowd at Chambers Academy. Had the whole school in the gymnasium earlier today, and we had a great time talking about the weather. Yeah, those high school kids are cool, aren't they? They are cool characters. And look at this gizmo. The third graders made this thing for me. That's remarkable. I mean, it's got this tornado viewer, and it's got all this stuff on here. I mean, the tornado spins. And speaking of spinning tornadoes, how about a cake with a spinning tornado? Wow, that's unbelievable. But the kids were just so great today, the teachers and the administrative team. So, again, thanks to everybody at Chambers Academy in Lafayette for a great visit earlier today. And from there, went down the street and saw the third graders at East Side Elementary School in Lafayette. You guys are looking good. I had just a great time today talking about weather. And, of course, this is the anniversary of that big tornado outbreak. And, ooh, look at these cupcakes. Boy, those were good. That's just outstanding. But everybody was just so great and in a good mood today. And there's a look at some of the teachers at East Side. But again, thanks to everybody at both East Side Elementary School and Chambers Academy in Lafayette. Great to be in Chambers County, Alabama, on the eastern side of the state today. We have notes on the blog, alabamawx.com. Tomorrow I'll be at Bluff Park Elementary School in Hoover. And then a book signing on Saturday and Leeds at the Outlet Shops of Grand River. And we're going to be there between 11 and 1. We will have All You Can Do Is Pray. That's the book I put together about what happened on this date 12 years ago, April 27, 2011. And, if I didn't write that book, I would be haunted every day for the rest of my life. I just needed to preserve things. And so that will be available. The Weathering Life, which is my autobiography, will have our book for children, Benny and Chipper, the new book for kids, Somebody, and we'll have all the hats and T-shirts and weather dweeb stuff. So come see us Saturday at the Outlet Shops of Grand River in Leeds. It's their big Grand River Fest. We'll be there from 11 until 1. And, of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening. Right across the hall over here, Studio A ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.